is literally take 452,000 of my what's new for 2015 video. Between noise interruptions and children and washing machines and blenders like that, I'm just going to plow on, and if the noise comes through, maybe we'll put a little soundbite over the top. Who knows? But this is going to be a sort of vague overview because there's a lot of product to show you, and I don't want you to be here for half an hour. And equally, I don't want to split the video in two because who has time for that nonsense? So if you see anything that you would like a more in-depth review of, please leave a comment below and I will endeavour to write a more fuller review. I was going to say, I can't even speak English. Write a more in-depth review and put it on the blog. In the meantime, I'm going to kick off and just go through some colour, some new bits that have come through this week. And actually these came through this particular came through just in the new year. Lancôme La Base Pro. They brought out 2 primers. There's this one, which is Hydra Glow. This is more for illuminating and glow, and there's one that's mattifying. I found this really lovely to use. I don't know why I went really lovely to use, but it did. And you get a smoother foundation application and a bit of a glow, but no glittery shimmer. We don't need that. So that's lovely. You could follow that with their brand new foundation that's just come through to me this week, which I haven't actually tried yet, but I have to show you because it is the Miracle Cushion. So last week, was it, or the week before, Lisa Eldridge released her Korean-inspired makeup tutorials. And lo and behold, now that Lisa Eldridge is the creative director, I want to say, for Lancôme. Apologies, Lisa, if that's wrong, but you know, she's head honcho for creativity. This comes out, and this is Miracle Cushion, and the foundation is in a cushion. So if you think of those nail varnish remover pads, bottles that you stick your finger in and wipe it off, kind of similar to that, but in a much more exquisite packaging. So I look forward to playing with that. That's out in February. That's Miracle Cushion by Lancôme. Have a go with that one. And then Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. This is moderate to full coverage and a natural to matte finish. So this one is completely different to the Lancôme in that it's weightier, gives you more coverage, if you can see that. And I have found, I've used this one a couple of times, I tend to use this more dabbing it onto areas where I want everything covered than all over the face because it's more coverage than I would normally have. But again, worth checking out. Clinique has some diamonds hidden on their counter, this being one of them. Go and have a look at those. Once you've done your makeup, while we're on the subject of Clinique, just briefly, this is Chubby Stick Sculpting Contour and Chubby Stick Sculpting Highlight. They kind of make me laugh because the names are Curvy Contour and Hefty Highlight. I suppose you've got to have fun with it. I'm not going to demo this, but it involves the Can I just say that if you do them, please don't go insane and do the whole sort of Kardashian-esque sweep of contouring. Used to be the mainstay of professional makeup artists. Now everyone does it, and that's fine on some people. Some people need to step away from the brown shadowing. That's all I'm saying. But these are children's play and everyone can have a go. Da-da-da! Shimmer bricks were Bobbi Brown's, what I would call Bobbi Brown's hero product, pension fund, what she's best known for. She has now brought out brightening bricks, and there are, I believe, 6 or 8 shades. Oh, I think it's 6, I could be wrong. Of which I have got 2 that I think are particularly lovely. Pastel Pink is one that I think would go down really well for those of you that rock the pale and interesting look. I am not one of those people. I look pale and ill. I don't do pale and interesting. I, however, took a rather large fancy to cranberry. That is right up my alley. So Bobbi Brown brightening bricks, worth checking out. Obviously you just go in with your brush and Bob's your uncle. Adding to, not surprisingly, the glaring success of Estee Lauder's Pure Envy, come these beautiful little ones. I just want to give you the colours all in one hit. These are much more of a sheer option. There we go. Sorry, I'm so technical. These instead of having the full hit of colour, now anyone with a brain would have done this prior to it, but you know, hey, we'll just keep going as we are. But these give a sheer colour, so these are much closer to like a hybrid between a lip gloss and a lipstick. And this is Suggestive, Baby Cashmere and Empowered. Loving a bit of Empowered. And they are again new for spring. Oh, Estee Lauder churning out the good stuff at the moment. I'm just going to put these on because frankly I don't want it all over my bed and I want to keep them and use them nicely. Also new from Estee Lauder, available now exclusively to Boots, is Little Black Primer. You may have seen the video for this. I think it's one of the first videos they've done with Kendall Jenner. If it's not the first, sorry. If it is the first, there you go. You can use this to tint or to amplify the lashes or to set the lashes. And essentially, if you're going to do, for example, a bare minimum makeup school run, or just out in the shops and don't have to look particularly, you know, va-va-voom, you can just do a one coat and it looks like you've got tinted eyelashes. Lovely. If you use your normal mascara, you can put this on top and it will help set them. And if you want to use it as a plumper, you can put it underneath your mascara. Bit of a stroke of genius. Little Black Primer, Estee Lauder, and that is available now. Clarins. Talking about capitalising on things that you do really well and you're known for. Clarins Instant Light range, they have the concealer, they have the perfectors, they have the lip perfectors. We now have Instant Light Lip Balm Perfector, and there are lots of colours. There is a redder one that I'm going to get my hands on, but these are even sheerer. Makes me think of a footballer, but never mind. Even sheerer than the Estee Lauder. These are a swipe of colour. These are more of a cross between a lip balm and a lip gloss. But they're a no-brainer. You can apply them without a mirror because the coverage is sort of light and a sweep of colour as opposed to having to watch what you're doing in between the lines. So, I don't know why I keep doing high-pitched screams. Again, I apologise. So this is Clarins and Lip Balm Perfector, the Instant Light range. Gorgeous, new for spring. And another Clarins. This has been on the blog already. Instant Light Lip Comfort Oil. Now this, I still have not managed to get hold of the raspberry one yet, which is the one I'm desperate for because it's sold out everywhere. This is Clarins' latest oil stroke balm product. But the best thing about this, which has been on the blog, as I said, is the applicator brush. It's a big fat cushion that literally deposits what is in essence an oily gel. None of this is making any sense as I'm saying it, but it's a lovely product. I would highly recommend you check it out. Some people left a comment and said they'd read on other blogs that people said it was quite oily and greasy. I didn't find that at all. I thought it was the perfect consistency. Love it. Makeup is nearly done, so as a hybrid in between makeup and skincare are two new products from Pixi. These are new for spring. One is an all-over setting mist and one is an all-over face mist for glowing, luminous and smooth complexion. So, Glow Mist, easily name on the bottle, gives you the JLo glow, and then Makeup Fixing Mist is for those of you that already have the JLo glow and it turns into a midday sweat. So either or, obviously you can see which one I've been using the most of. I do like a bit of a glow. And these are again new for spring from Pixi, and being Pixi very affordable, go check those out. I think I'll go backwards through the skincare and finish with cleansers because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cleansers to show you. So let's go backwards through skincare. This is from Suqqu, Moisture Rich Mask. I haven't used a lot of their products. I know people are obsessive about this range and I haven't joined that bandwagon yet, but this, which I've only played with on my hand because it came, I think it actually came yesterday or the day before, is beautiful. It is, if you can see, quite a thick gel. And when you put it on the skin, it feels almost like what I would call an expensive Vaseline, and that's going to sound appalling, and I mean that in the best possible way. Obviously there's no rubbish in it. It's hydrating but also quite plumping, and actually in essence this is probably the perfect thing for an airplane, but I'm going to try and sleep in it tonight, so I need to put this out and leave it to one side. But that's Moisture Rich Mask from these guys, and in London they are in Fenwick and Selfridges, but I'm sure you can get them online. Yeah, Suqqu Moisture Rich Mask. I'm just going to put that to one side so I don't forget. Oh god, the pressure of too much product. Okay, sticking with body. Hand Chemistry Hyaluronic Body Mist. This is really interesting. Now, when I got this, a part of me was a bit disappointed because I thought it was for the face. I thought it was a spray-on hyaluronic acid mist. It's not. It's a spray-on hyaluronic body mist. So in essence, you do that, massage it through, and it says that it hydrates for 72 hours. It may well do, but I would never leave it that long without moisturising again. So I don't know if it's something I would use long term, but it is really lovely, really light, definitely one for summer, and definitely worth checking out if you're someone who does not like the feel of heavy body creams. And that's Hand Chemistry Hyaluronic Body Mist. Smells fresh, actually smells a bit like a weaker Acqua di Parma. But anyway, check that one out, like I said, especially if you're someone who doesn't like the texture of those heavier body creams. Bath bombs. We are a family of bath bomb lovers. Well, I say that. There are 3 people in this family that use them nearly every single bath. This is not from Lush. This is what I would call a grown-up version. This is the Bath Bomb company. You can get this online at Give Me the Pretty. This is Poseidon. Now, I've kept this one to open on camera for you because it comes wrapped, just to show you it's much more of a gifting option. It weighs a ton. I mean, it's literally, it comes shrink wrapped, and then the idea is you pull this and you open it and then you drop it in the bath. Now, if you're quick, you can use this 2 or 3 times because it doesn't immediately disintegrate. It kind of unfoams from the outside, as it were. But worth checking out. This is much more about the benefits on the body while you're in the bath. That will make no sense. I'll put links so you can see what I'm talking about. Next up is face products. I'm actually not doing too bad on time. Okay, we're cracking through. This again just came this week. I've only used it once. The initial feel was that it's lovely and it is for a mature skin, in that it's part of the repair range, which is from Murad. Murad Intensive Age Diffusing Range. No, Intensive Age Diffusing Serum. Good God. This is here. I like Murad products, yet they're one of those ranges that I like, but I've never really fallen in love with anything and thought, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. This is actually a really lovely serum. It's what I would call a serum moisturising lotion hybrid. It absorbs straight away, it's not sticky, and I'm always asked for more affordable options. Now, it's Murad, it's not £10, but it's not £200. So check this one out, Intensive Age Diffusing Serum, the Resurgence range, which is the green lot. That's lovely. Speaking of not £10 serums, this is one of those products. There are 2 of them coming up. These are in the category of only if you can afford them. The first one is Renutriv Estee Lauder, and it's the Ultimate Diamond Serum. You'll have seen this in my Instagram repeatedly the last few weeks. I've been trialling it. I love it. However, I'm in my 40s and I have visible signs of aging. If you are in your 20s, early 30s, you have a healthy lifestyle, you have great skin, don't even look at this. You don't need it. If you are in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s and beyond, God hopeful, and you can afford it, then go and check it out. That's all I'm going to say, because as I said, it's 200 and something pounds. It's a double serum, so they come out together like that, and then you mix them up, and it's all about Black Diamond truffles, which are obviously extortionately expensive to source, hence the price tag. I don't know why I'm smelling it, because clearly you're not going to spend £200 on something just because it smells nice, but I found it to give that sort of youthfulness to the skin, and it won't make any sense. It deserves its own review. For that kind of money, it's not going to be something we're going to look at in a flash in the pan, but as I said, older, not too worried about the price point, go and check it out. At the moment it's exclusive to Harrods, and I think it goes nationwide, I want to say March, and I know I've said that before, so you'd think I'd have checked, but no. The next one is probably the most anticipated product that has been ever, for as far as I can tell from my Instagram and the blog. This is Sunday Riley's Luna. This is out now in America. It's not out yet in the UK, but as I said I would do something when it came out in the States. I'm going to. Here is the product itself. It sits in the category of the oils, but it's entirely different in that, can you see against the white background how blue? Pretty. This is absolutely a treatment product, whereas the other oils, one is more nourishing for an aging skin, one is better if you, sorry, just adjust myself. One is better if you have a combination skin, that would be Artemis, and then Juno is essential oil free, and that's the one people have issues with the smell, although I don't. This is a nighttime sleeping oil. It's trans retinol esters, which is basically fatty retinol, hence it's in an oil base. It's in a blue tansy and, hang on, blue tansy, avocado, chia, Concord grapeseed oils. It absorbs immediately. Let me show you. There's the blue. And then you just massage, and once the blue disappears, you know that it's absorbed. Well, it's sunk in. I have to say honestly that this product is much stronger than I thought it was going to be, in the best way. I saw results from this after one night. I woke up the next morning, went into the bathroom and thought, oh, I look fresh. Just really good for pigmentation, for old acne scarring, for making the appearance of the pores look smaller, which I think we all obsess on, but when it noticeably does that, it's worth mentioning. Definitely worth checking out. It's available in Sephora in the US now. It's not available in the UK yet. I'll keep the blog updated for when it is, but definitely worth looking into if you have, I was going to say if you have skin, it's a bit broad in general. If you have first signs of aging or proper signs of aging or a lot of signs of aging and you just want something to help, try this. Sunday Riley Luna, love it. 2 left, and then I'm going to do cleansers separately. Drops of Youth Bouncy Sleeping Mask, Body Shop. This is £24. It's available now. You'll see as I, here it comes. It's like a gloopy, marshmallowy, jelly type consistency. There we go. Keep it in. It's called Bouncy because it just molds. It's like a temper mattress. That's exactly what it's like. And you take a little bit out. I would recommend keeping the scoop that comes with it. I don't even know what happened with mine, but you scoop a little bit out, catch it into your fingers, give it a little rub down across the top of the fingers like this, and put it all over. I use it on top of my serums. You can use it on its own, and then you go to bed. Smoothing, refreshing and replenishing night cream gel. So it's a night gel, but it is a very different texture that you want to play with when you're in store. Suitable for all skin types, and that is available now. I'm just seeing if there's anything else I've left out. No, lovely. Have a go with that one. Body Shop Sleepy Bouncy Sleeping Mask. I was going to call it a Sleepy Bouncing Mask. And then the last one is from Indeed Labs. This was on the blog this week. This is now, I don't know if it's Flume, or Flume, I don't know. Volumizing moisturiser. All I can tell you is it's £24. It's the usual Indeed Labs packaging where it comes out the top like that, which we love, very similar to Kate Somerville. Ooh, Kate Somerville. Fragrance free, being Indeed Labs, so similar to Clinique in that if you have problems with fragrance, you should check out these ranges. And this essentially is something that they all sort of have a similar vein. This is hyaluronic acid and plumping. This is plumping. This is plumping. They all have that sort of oomph factor. The joy of this is that because it's what I would call a really good hydrating plumping moisturiser, you can use it over something like this and they don't interfere. Never the twain shall cross. What's that? Ghostbusters. Anyway, this is worth checking out. It's available in Boots because it's Indeed Labs, and in the States I think that means Walgreens. But Philume or Philume, perhaps they could tell us how it's spelt, or perhaps they could tell us how it's pronounced, rather. Volumizing moisturiser, and yeah, it does do that. I mean, you know, if you're 55 and you have a face full of lines, it's not going to be gone instantaneously, but these are certainly things that will help them along the way. Indeed Labs volumizing moisturiser. To wrap up, I have 5 cleansers. They're a mixture of price points, they're a mixture of textures, and as it's you, lovely readers, viewers, and you all still love a bit of foam and a bit of cleansing waters, shall we say, there are 3 of those thrown in for you too. I shall start with the new sister to Take the Day Off Balm, which is Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Oil. Very similar consistency. It's going to depend entirely upon whether you want the balm action or the oil action. I prefer a balm action, but there's definitely a place for this when it comes to things like loosening your eye makeup. As with Take the Day Off Balm, I tend to keep these products from Clinique for makeup removal, not so much a skin cleanser, if that makes sense. It would make sense if you're a blog reader. Well, my blog reader. But again, being Clinique, super affordable, and I would definitely grab this if Take the Day Off Balm is not available. And like I say, if you don't like the texture of the balm, then this is perfect because it's exactly the same, and again, it's not full of pure mineral oil, which is just my thing. Milk Oil Conditioning Cleanser. This is new from First Aid Beauty. This is not what you would expect it to be. Because it says Milk Oil Conditioning Cleanser, you would expect it to be an oil. Oh! But it's milk. And when you massage it through, it annihilates makeup. Very clean, very swift. Take it off with a flannel. Lovely. So they're both those. This one I've used keeping the label on because I think it's quite cute and I wanted you to be able to see it, so it's a bit haggard, but I can show you in a second. BioEssence Miracle Bio Water. Although it is a bio water, you still have to rinse this off with water. This is from Cult Beauty. It's again one of the products there, so currently obsessed with products from the Far East, and I understand why. This will take off facial makeup, lipstick, waterproof eye makeup. It's a smooth jelly texture, cool and moisturising, but you rinse it off with water. And again, it's really, it's under £20. I want to say it's 16, but I could be, again, wrong. So that's another water that you have to rinse off. Then there's one that you don't have to rinse off, and this is the other end of the price scale. This is Perricone Blue Plasma Cleansing Treatment. This one. When I first opened it, I thought, oh, where's the little pump that comes with them? But there isn't one. It literally, you pour it onto cotton. I've only used it a couple of times, but you pour it onto cotton wool, and then you just take everything off like this. So in essence, this is a very, very fancy, high-tech bioderma. And I say that in a sweeping generalisation, just to give you an idea of how it's used, not so much the effect. It's entirely different from bioderma in that it's a total treatment, and it's hydrating and it's toning and everything in one, and then you literally are supposed to go in and follow this with your serum and your moisturiser. So this is what will be on an airplane with me. And if I'm too tired one night, it's the kind of thing I would use it for. But if you are someone who does not like to use water on their face, which I have heard, or doesn't like to use a flannel, or wants to do a traditional sort of taking the makeup off without going near the sink, this could be right up your alley. And I'm finishing this long-winded video, I'm so sorry, but this is a fun one, and you'll be surprised because it is Mild Skin Smoothie Egg White Bubble Cleanser. So it comes like that. Looks like that. It's Cult Beauty again. Again, if you can see the back, it's from the Far East. It's foaming. However, it's not foaming in its nature, it's foaming in its action, which doesn't make any sense until you see this. Does anyone remember the Aveda had a product called Fermollient? I don't know if they still do, but it was called Fermollient. I was working on the counter when we launched it, and it was unique because you did the foaming action, and it was eco-friendly because it didn't have any CFCs, and the pump was basically what made it foam. So it draws it up of here, and when it spits it out, it comes out like that. This is exactly the same. It has egg white in it, so it goes quite hard and stiff. And this turns into, it's like a science experiment, a really creamy, silky, sort of, you can hear that it smells, oh my God, you can hear that it smells. You can hear that it sounds like it's bubbly. And it looks like that. I would then go in and wipe off with water. You give it a splash. So you can either splash off or use a flannel, as I would. It's really fresh, and the skin actually feels really clean after it without that horrible squeaky, that saying I hate, that squeaky clean. We're not mice. Egg white bubble cleanser. So if you want something foaming, I'm trying to find things that you would like maybe better than a traditional foaming. If you want something that doesn't involve using water or a thick balmy cleanser, you could try these two. If you like the action of take the day off but you don't like the consistency, you could try this one. I'm all about keeping you happy. I hope, if you've managed to see it this far, thanks for sticking with me. It's a bit long-winded, but like I said, I wanted to try and get everything in. I will see you next week. I will start doing the cleansing and the massage techniques and da-da-da. It just took me a while to sort of get the flow, get the right equipment. I don't want to just sort of throw something up there that's me going, I want it to be a bit nicer than that. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for your lovely comments last week and the week before. I will endeavour to see you next Sunday at 9 AM.